In ancient Greece, there was a young man named Ariston who lived in the city of Athens. Ariston was known for his intelligence and his thirst for knowledge. He spent most of his time reading books and debating with scholars, trying to gain as much wisdom as possible. One day, Ariston heard about a wise man who lived in a nearby village. This wise man was said to be the most knowledgeable person in all of Greece, and Ariston was eager to meet him. So, he set out on a journey to the village, determined to learn from the wise man. After several days of travel, Ariston finally arrived at the village and found the wise man's home. He knocked on the door and was greeted by an old man with a long white beard. The old man invited Ariston in and offered him a seat. Ariston was excited to finally meet the wise man and asked him many questions about life, the universe, and everything in between. To his surprise, the wise man didn't answer any of his questions directly. Instead, he asked Ariston even more questions, forcing him to think deeply about each one. After several hours of this, Ariston began to feel frustrated. He had come all this way to learn from the wise man, but he wasn't getting any answers. Finally, he asked the wise man, "How can I ever hope to gain wisdom if you won't answer any of my questions?" The wise man smiled and said, "My dear Ariston, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. Only by acknowledging your own ignorance can you truly begin to gain wisdom." Ariston was stunned by the wise man's words. He realized that he had been so focused on gaining knowledge that he had forgotten the importance of humility and the acknowledgement of his own limitations. He thanked the wise man for his teachings and left the village a changed man. From that day forward, Ariston dedicated himself to the pursuit of knowledge, not for the sake of proving his intelligence, but for the sake of bettering himself and understanding the world around him. And he knew that the only true wisdom was in knowing that he knew nothing.